Richician!
Hey YouTube, Richician84 here, and I thought I'd do an update on my Edison format Rainbow Neos deck. Now, I don't normally do deck updates for my past format decks, but I thought I would, just because one or two cards have changed since I last profiled it, and so certain people were saying that wasn't in the profile before. So yeah, it is what it is, so let's just get right on into it. So first of all, I'm playing 3 copies of Rainbow Neos himself, the whole point of the deck, basically. Yeah, it's just better playing 3 regardless of the format, and as I said before, I did once try it with 2 plus 2 of the materials and it didn't work. So, I mean, this isn't as strong as other hero decks would have been back then, but it's still a lot of fun, and it's my 3rd favourite card, and I wanted to have it, and I did have a lot of success during this format, finishing 2nd in my locals at the time, and rather annoyingly lost to X-Sabers, but the only reason I did was because I bricked both games, which was really annoying. It's just frustrating when it happens, like right when it counts. It's fine, it's still a lot of fun, and this won't be 100% accurate to how I played it back then, but this is my best guess, or how I still would have played it back then. Anyway, for other fusions, I've got 3 copies of Absolute Zero, which is standard, and 2 copies of Elemental Hero Gaia. Now, I don't run any Earth monsters in the main deck. It's just there for super poly plays, which isn't in the main deck. It was more of a side option, both back then and during that one Edison tournament that I did play this in. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Those were the only Omni Elemental Heroes that were out at the time. And then, of course, Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, which also just to use with Cyber Dragon, really, which was also a side option for machiners and stuff. And there are synchros, of course, only Dragon synchros, because I have Debris Dragon, so I've got Red Dragon Archfiend, 2 copies of Stardust Dragon, 1 Black Rose Dragon, because it was limited at the time, and 2 copies of Ancient Fairy Dragon, just because there was, like, hardly any level 7 Dragon synchros, so options were very limited, especially since Black Rose was at 1. And yeah, that's it for the extra deck. Whenever I do a deck profile for an extra deck boss monster, I always start with the extra deck. Right, main deck. So I've got 3 copies of Rainbow Dragon, 3 copies of Elemental Hero Neos, the fusion materials you need for Rainbow Neos, then 2 copies of Neos Alias, because at the time I wanted to incorporate a Neos beatdown strategy as well. Then Stratos, 2 copies of Prisma, 2 copies of Honest, and then 2 copies of Debris Dragon, the only tuner I run, Sangan, 3 copies of King of the Swamp, and finally 1 Treeborn Frog. Now, Morley did actually give me the idea of running Dandelion in the deck, so that I can actually fusion summon Gaia, like with Polymerization or Miracle Fusion. So, yeah, that's something I am thinking about, but I do also want to put Gauze in here, which is pretty standard, just in case I don't see any traps. Of course, one of the spells I do play in here does kind of stop me from using Gauze, but again, that's something I'll have to think about. Anyway, for the spells, 3 copies of E-Emergency Call, Rotor, so that's it for searchers, and now for fusion spells, I've now doubled up on Miracle Fusion. Now I don't remember if I actually had it in the deck last time I profiled this, but regardless, I'm playing 2 copies. Normally it should be a 3 of, but it was the only one I had going spare, and I wanted to increase my chances of getting out absolute 0, and I felt like the deck needed some more comeback power. Anyway, 2 copies of Polymerization, and of course the 1 Future Fusion. Now, if for some reason this gets locked, then it would stop me going into Gauze. Then again, so would one of my traps. I mean, I might consider Gauze anyway, just because it's so good. But yeah, those are the fusion spells. And before someone asks, yes, you can actually get out Rainbow Neos with Future Fusion. Now, there was one person back in 2010 who seemed to think that I can't do that, because of the way Rainbow Neos was worded, which was Rainbow Dragon or Rainbow Dark Dragon, but that doesn't stop me bringing out with Future Fusion. The only things I can't do regarding Rainbow Neos is send Rainbow Dragon or Rainbow Dark Dragon off Prisma, because the OCG printing said Rainbow Neos and 1 Ultimate Gem God monster. But of course, recently, Rainbow Neos was printed in, what was it, Gold, Maximum Gold Eldorado, I think it was, and it had a clearer text saying Rainbow Neos plus 1 Ultimate Crystal monster. I also can't use this with, what was that trap called? Fusion Reserve? The trap where you reveal a fusion monster, add 1 of its materials to the hand, then add a polymerization from grave to hand. I can't remember if I have the name right, but even with that, I can't add Rainbow Dragon. Same with another fusion spell, which does a similar thing, but it stops you summoning that monster. Either way, Rainbow Dragon and Rainbow Dark Dragon are off limits, but either way, the materials are still listed on Rainbow Neos, so I promise you, you can summon Rainbow Neos off Future Fusion. I've done it many times, plus Edo Pro and similar programs let me do it. I just wanted to clear that up. Anyway, for other spells, I've got Oversoul to res Neos or Neos Alias, then Wrath of Neos to wipe the field by returning Elementary Neos from the field to the deck, 2 copies of Gold Sarcophagus because I needed a way to search for Rainbow Dragon, because unfortunately back then there was no way to search it. I mean, Rainbow Path can, but that requires me to send a Crystal Beast monster from the back row. Yeah, Witch of the Black Forest was still banned at the time, so this is literally the only way I can search Rainbow Dragon out, even though it's a slow search. Anyway, for back row removal, of course, there's Giant Trunade, Heavy Storm, and MST. Now, even though I can spin back the opponent's graveyard with Rainbow Neos, Bottomless and Torrential are still a threat. So I need to be able to get rid of those at least, so I can clear the back row without any interruptions. Then again, Fiendish Chain is also a thing. So, yeah, that's it for the spells. On with the traps. And there's only 3 traps. Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, and Call of the Haunted. That's pretty much it. Now, I did have Solemn Judgment in here, which is also a good call, but I took it out because regarding past format games, me and Matt and Alison Welch made a gentleman's agreement to basically not use it against each other after it just kept ruining comeback plays, which was really annoying. I mean, I guess I might put it back in for, like, other games, but I just don't know. But either way, I would like to put Gauze into the deck, and I am thinking about putting Dandelion in, but I just need to figure out what to drop for them, should I go that route. Yeah, other than that, that's the update on my Edison format Rainbow Neos deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and a comment, share and subscribe if you haven't subbed already. And thanks for watching, stay safe, see you later, bye. Thank you very much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the Richician YouTube channel.